Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Blog Talk Radio. I can hear you all.
Welcome to Taboo Fetish Talk Radio. It does it automatically.
Well, that's how you line it up.
Oh. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome to Taboo Fetish Talk Radio with your hosts, Sydney Screams and Miss Whitney Morgan.
Hello.
I wish we had a bunch of people to be like, yay!
Oh, I wonder if I could find an applause thing. I'm looking into this right here, right now.
So, guys, I wasn't here last week, but I hear that it was quite the popular show, and so I'm sorry I missed it, but I'm back, and things are awesome. And
did you have a good Christmas party?
I did. We went to Brio.
Ooh.
And I had a gorgonzola encrusted steak.
Holy shit, that sounds amazing. Oh, I'm gonna
it was fucking banging. And then me and one of my coworkers.
Banging.
Yeah. One of my coworkers and I shared a chocolate lava cake thingy-mabobber, which was also banging.
Chocolate lava.
Mm-hmm. And I drank lots of red wine and got really tipsy and did some stuff. Not really. I came home and slept like an old lady.
Like stuff. Did any office rendezvous go on, or
oh God, no.
Anybody do anything stupid or crazy?
No one fell over drunk this year. Which, by the way, the year that happened, it was not me, which I was entertained by.
That's the best. You stay sober and watch everybody else fuck up, and then you remind them the next day. We're like, hey. Remember when you did this last night? No, you don't. Like, got it on the camera phone.
Right? But nothing crazy happened this year, which was sad, but that's okay. Yeah, what about you? How was your... You didn't have a Christmas party. Never mind.
I have a Christmas party.
We should have a Christmas party.
We should.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think you're going to be gone this weekend.
I am.
You want to tell everybody where you're at this weekend?
I am going...
Keep it a naughty secret, and everybody stay tuned and follow the Sydney Screams For You Twitter account and see naughty pictures.
I've been good about posting more lately, too.
See.
But I'm going down to Miami for... for, like, my 8th time this year or something. That's what it feels like. Excuse me.
I think the crazy thing is this is the first year you've been to Miami.
Yeah, this is the very first year.
You're making it a second home.
I really am. Seriously, this I think will be my 5th or 6th time down there this year.
Oh.
And I'll be shooting the Slumper Pass again on Saturday. And then Sunday, I'm going to see my brother from another mother, Mr. Foot Exhibit, and we're going to shoot for an hour. And it's going to be awesome because I'm going to shove my feet in his face, like I always do.
I think Foot Exhibit should call in because our discussion of the evening is incorporating your fetishism into your sex life, or, you know, do you, don't you, what do you... I know he does.
Yeah, he does. He tells me about it. Right.
Refreshed your page. I was going to tell you to follow somebody on the Twitter, and now it's gone!
I'm sorry. Who was it?
It was Danielle Quinn Media. I think Elon Kane just made it to Texas. She said her plane just landed.
Yay! Aww. Well, I mean, yay that her plane landed.
Boo, that she left us forever.
Exactly.
When?
So, tonight's topic of discussion is sex and fetishes. And how
you... the best things ever.
Exactly. And we're going to talk about how you incorporate one with the other. Or maybe you don't, but that's okay too. A lot of people don't necessarily incorporate sex into their fetish, which may sound surprising for anyone who's not into any fetishes, but sometimes it's a strictly non-sexual fetish, or sometimes, like I know a lot of foot guys separate sex from feet because, actually I don't know why, but they do anyway.
Or even some people have completely different partners in that aspect, where you have a play partner that you do fetish and BDSM activities with, and on the other hand, you have a sexual partner at home that might be a completely vanilla relationship.
Exactly.
So I know Miss Serena Isley's one of those. Her and her partner at home are completely vanilla. but she does her business partner and play partner is a completely different gentleman.
Interesting. I did not know that. That's always good to
Hey, you
hear.
mentioned me.
I did.
Show. See if that worked too.
So I know a lot of different fetishes that people commonly incorporate into their sex lives. Things like spanking,
choking,
biting.
Yeah.
I love to bite people while having sex. And I love to be bitten. And
pervert.
Shut up. I'm a professional, okay? But like biting is probably my most common one that I incorporate into my sex life. And as a model, it sucks because I can't have marks.
True.
But I generally like to have them anyway.
You could Photoshop them out there.
Unless you're doing video.
You could wear full... No. There's no fun in wearing full coverage clothes, but fuck that noise.
I mean, I know there's a sweater fetish, but that just seems
there's
awkward.
a turtleneck fetish.
Really?
Yeah. I don't get it. Oh, I found out, I don't know if he's listening on the air, actually found out there's a black eye fetish.
Interesting.
Find out something new every day, I swear to God.
That's very interesting indeed. What about you, Whitney? What fetishes do you incorporate into your sex life?
We named a few of them there. My sex partner knows that I enjoy, he's not really into feet at all, but he knows that I enjoy having my feet worshipped and I enjoy physical attention to my feet. So there are, there's certain positions, there's certain positions where, the woman's feet you're on your back, arched up, and your feet are up in the air, kind of in his face, where he will suck on my toes and worship my feet, and then I will incorporate a little bit of asphyxiation play where I will choke him with my feet and my ankles, kind of wrap them around his neck. I also enjoy asphyxiation play as well, so that's something that was a little alarming to him at first, where I did take his hand and put it on my neck and force it down a little bit more until he was more comfortable doing it on his own and knew what pressure points to push and how far he could really go with it. Spanking, too, is another one. During sex, I could only handle it so much because the spanking, the more pain aspects, it kind of would be more of a ruined orgasm for me. I think you like a little sting to it, but not too much.
I can take the pain of being spanked more when I'm having sex. I can't take it when I'm not having sex, though.
I feel like I can't, probably my ADD issues, I can't concentrate on the pain, the sex, the pleasure, everything going on at once just kind of screws my ADD.
That makes sense.
I have had sex in latex before, which I like sweating during sex. I like sweat. I like being slippery and sliding, and the latex really aids to that as well. Biting, too. Biting is super hot. Guy makes funny noises.
Inked Angels Radio is on. Hi, Inked Angels.
Hello.
Welcome to Taboo Fetish Talk. We're talking about incorporating fetishes into your sex life, if you have anything to contribute.
The Inked Angels from Twitter.
Interesting.
I'm wondering.
I've actually recently incorporated being choked into my sex life, but it was with a partner that I've known for several years now, and her and I have hooked up on multiple occasions, and this past time when I saw her, she choked me, and I was like, oh, this is nice. But I was also very timid about it because I've never really been choked before.
It's something you really have to be 110% comfortable with a person and make sure that you really know they're not going to take it too far, because it runs into that, oh, damn it, what's the actor that hung himself with a belt strap while jacking off? You take it to a limit too far, and you're kind of fucked. There's no turning back.
Yeah. And I have major trust issues, so it was kind of a really big step for me to let somebody do that. But, It was quite enjoyable. I wouldn't want to go so far as to pass out from it, but at least the pressure was quite nice, and it was new and exciting for me.
Give you like that crazy kind of endorphin rush.
Yeah, it didn't make my orgasm particularly better or worse, but it made like leading up to it a little bit more exciting.
And find the more and more you kind of play with it and get yourself edging a little bit more with it, if you can do it or handle it during an orgasm, it's a nip tuck. Really how, damn it, I forgot his name in nip tuck, but really it pushes you over to, it probably gives you the biggest endorphin rush during an orgasm. It's outstanding, in my opinion. It's going a little crazy with it. And I've had a lot of guys that, and sexual partners that like me to spit in their mouth during sex as well. I myself, it's not something I would want done to me, but I'm fine with doing it with other people.
I've had a partner recently who he likes his mouth, or he likes to be spit on / spit into his mouth, and he also liked having his nipples played with a lot while we were having sex, which was fun, and leading up to sex. But do you consider foreplay sex? Because foreplay doesn't necessarily lead into sex, although it is foreplay, so I don't know. Never mind.
I think it's a really fine line there. A really fine line between it being a lead into sex or just basic playtime, where that's that fine line of, okay, well, maybe it's a little bit more of your kinky playtime versus your actual sexual playtime. I mean, a lot of sessions, BDSM sessions in dungeons, you can't have sex there, you don't perform sex there, it's a no-no, but I'm curious how many people after, when they leave, was that their foreplay there and then they go home?
In my experience, yes. I mean, after a really intense scene with someone that I'm really into, if it leads into sex, it's awesome because you already have a lot of endorphins going. You have a lot of just good, happy emotions running through your head. And to end your night with some awesome sex just makes it all the better. Although I also have had scenes that didn't result in sex afterwards. And I was disappointed, but not every partner I scene with, I have sex with. And I wouldn't want to have sex with every partner that I play with.
You gotta be picky. Something that's really you need to be picky about.
Exactly.
Humble opinion. Well, it's
Bloodlust has vanilla sex, which I don't believe.
Through the sheath wearing elbow pads.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what through the sheath. What do you mean under the sheath? I can understand the elbow pads or maybe knee pads.
Knee pads I can totally understand.
I bet there's a knee pad fetish.
Probably.
I bet you.
There's a fetish for everything. And on that note, in a few minutes, we'll be having the wonderful Isabel Wren call in.
Hey.
And she has a very interesting fetish. At least I think it's very interesting.
I like it.
Isabel has a tentacle fetish. Like alien or octopus tentacle. I don't know.
Octopussy.
Wasn't that the name of a James Bond film or something?
Yeah. Oh, what the heck?
Oh, that's hot.
Here in Orlando.
Oh.
How does this FSU?
That's awesome. We're looking at pictures of girls kissing. Don't mind us.
Our local radio station's pretty naughty, and they're posting things in their Facebook. Sure.
So yeah, there are a lot of interesting fetishes that can also be incorporated into sex. Like I said with Isabel, she's got the tentacle thing going on. I personally have, but I'm really rough. I like rough play while having sex. Biting, scratching. There have been several times where I've drawn blood, which to me is kind of a reward for biting or scratching as well.
Well, if you want to make love, you make love. If you want to have sex, you have sex.
Yes.
I know maybe a lot of typical females out there don't see the difference between them. They think, okay, well, your dick's in me, this is an intimate moment, but sometimes you just want to resort to your primal instincts.
Exactly. I like very primal sex. Biting, growling. I mean, growling is just kind of a natural occurrence, I think, in terms of reaction. But
growling, I like that.
Have you never had someone growl? Like a really primal growl?
I don't think so, but now I really got to think about that. I really think about that.
I think there are a lot of really interesting fetishes that can be incorporated, and I do my best to try them, at least the ones I'm interested in. Not all of them are interesting, though, but it looks like we have our very first caller of the night. Oh, is it letting me pick it up? Hello, 804. You're live on Taboo Fetish Talk.
On hold.
Oh, damn it. There we go. Hello, 804. Now you're live on air.
Well, hello, Miss Sydney Screams. It's Isabel.
Hey, Isabel. We were just talking about you.
I wondered why my ears were burning.
Well, you know, good things were being said.
So how's the show going tonight, folks?
Well, so far so good. We just started here a few minutes, well, I guess about 15 minutes ago, but you're very punctual. I like this.
I knew that otherwise I would get distracted by driving, and, well, I'm not driving, RP is, but I knew that I would get distracted and not call otherwise. So I was like, I'll call right then. I'm an alarm and everything.
We appreciate the punctuality. So today we are talking about incorporating fetishes into sex lives. And I know you have a very unique fetish.
One that Dan Savage would feel sorry about. He's always going on about it. I feel very sorry for people who have fetishes that are unrealizable in real life. I am, as you have alluded to, very interested in tentacle porn. I just think it's neat.
That's awesome.
So I think, go ahead, sorry.
Sorry. Have you ever had someone, like, wear fake tentacles, like tentacle plushies or something while you're having sex?
Well, actually, RB, I think when we were first started dating, he got together this elaborate contraption to make poles that sort of looked like tentacles, which was very cool because I sort of relegated it to, yes, I'll just watch a lot of cartoon tentacle porn and leave it in my mind because that's something that's very hard to realize. But yes, he did do that, and fans are constantly sending me tentacle porn videos and things. And I have been in a tentacle porn comic book now. That was very exciting. I'm sure that Nick, the author, would hurt me if he heard me almost forget that.
I actually had the pleasure of seeing that comic book from a producer. I think he had you autograph it at FetishCon, and he brought it out.
That was such a good one. I got every page they sent me, pickle pressed it, and every single page I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting.
That is beautifully done. It is just elaborate and amazing looking.
Yes, the first one. And we were talking at GlamourCon years ago, and I said, I really like tentacle porn, but you never see anybody who's actually into the tentacles. The women are always converted, and sometimes men are converted mid-fucking. And there's never anyone who's like, holy shit, tentacles, wait, this is awesome. So that's what we set out to do in that one.
That's awesome. How did you find out that you were into tentacles, or is it just something you've always been into, or?
I think that during my childhood formative years, we were living in Hawaii, which was sort of practically Japan, I think sometimes. in Christian school, I went to Christian school, things were very, very repressed. You were not allowed to like or want anything and sexual. And my friends and I from secular school would watch a lot of anime. And then every once in a while the boys would get this sort of naughty look and be like, oh, well, we have some special anime. We've got The Legend of the Overfiend, the original version from Japan with blurred dicks and everything. So, and it was the place where I got sexuality, I guess, where I was, we couldn't have any other material like that. So to see the tentacle porn in these anime, and these women were experiencing sexuality, the ones who were getting tentacle raped. So it was very much like, oh, that's how I could get it. If I were valiantly struggling against, having hot sex with these multi-dicked monsters, then I would be okay. I wouldn't be bad or wrong because I wanted sex. Because I didn't. I was fighting against it, and the monster won me over. So I think that's maybe how I got into it.
Very cool. I'm always entertained when people tell me that they went to some sort of religious school and now they're like ridiculously kinky. I think it's one of the coolest things ever. I'm like, it's fun.
A lot.
We're pretty sure it's like the best way to turn your children into perverts, send them to religious schools.
Probably all that being repressed or oppressed, or there's a difference between the two, and I always forget what it is. But
your whole time you're growing up, and you're not allowed to experiment. You're being told it's bad, and you finally are free. You unleash, and you get to test the waters, and it's a relief.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that there are awesome tentacle dildos out there for sale. Do you have any of those, or is this something you're not so much into, or what?
I don't have any of those. I've seen the ones on Bad Dragon because every 6 or 7 months, a new one of my friends finds the Bad Dragon website and says, okay, surely you haven't seen anything as kinky as this. I got to show you this website. But I'm sure you guys have that too, where you always get sent the Bad Dragon links or things. But, it's never occurred to me to get one. I don't know why.
One really needs to buy you one of those.
Agreed.
I feel like it would be the best ever.
It is Christmas.
They should. They definitely should.
I'm disappointed in your fans at the moment.
Yes, my fans are very supportive and clever and funny people, but I very rarely ever get gifts from them.
Aww.
It's okay. I understand everybody's on a budget.
Yeah, that's true.
So what else is going on? Are you talking to any other wildly kinky people with crazy, crazy fantasies?
I don't think anyone really matches up. I know that bias, but she has a genuine alien fetish.
Sorry, we're driving right now, and you guys are cutting out a little bit.
Oh, no! Oh, my God! Alien fetish, although for her, I don't think she really considers it a fetish, because from what she's explained to me, she was never really attracted to people in the first place. She was attracted to other beings, like in alien movies and stuff like that. And so, to have a human fetish rather than an alien. That would be awesome.
That's very interesting.
Do you have any other fetishes besides tentacles that you incorporate into your sex life?
I think that I wouldn't say I have particular fetishes other than that, just things that I'm more or less attracted to, you know, like most people, where it's like, oh, that person's doing the thing that I really like. I have themes that I sort of teased out of all of the things that I think are really attractive, like power and control is definitely one, but I think everybody has a power and control thing to some extent. It's almost passe for me to say that. I like not being in control. Well, yeah, so does everybody. Except for the people who like being in control.
Very interesting. I am sending you pictures or sending something.
I can barely hear you guys at all. I'm really sorry, guys. I think I'm going to have to let you go.
I'm sorry.
I knew it was a risk when I called in while we were driving. Perhaps I can call you back some other time?
Sure. Before you hang up, let us know where everyone.
So sorry, babe. I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
I heard before you do go, and then can you hear me better now?
Do you want to let everybody know where they can find you on the internet?
Yes. They can find me on my website, which is my name, Isabel Wren, which is ISOBEL, the old English spelling there. And I also have a YouTube channel where I'm doing 2 different series right now. The first is called The Buck Naked Book Review, where I review a book while stripping. And the second is Modern Sexologist. I am studying for my master's in human sexuality. Fitting, I know. And so I am interviewing all the different sexologists I meet and come into contact with, so you learn a little bit about this little publicized, little known, but very important field in sociology. So website, Isabel Wren, and YouTube channel is, I think it's Isabel Wren 05.
Awesome. Thank you for calling in.
I'm sorry I can't sit around longer. I'm just only hearing every second or third word you guys are saying. So, maybe some other time when I remain stationary.
I hope happy.
Go ahead. I think that was a happy holidays, and happy holidays to you too. Mwah.
Mwah.
Good night.
Night. All right, guys, that was the wonderful Isabel Wren briefly discussing her tentacle fetish, which she's now getting bombarded by links to tentacle dildos on Twitter.
They're cheap. They're only like $20.
The bigger ones are $40, but they're really pretty. I feel like
I'd rather have 2. I'd rather have 2 small ones than 1 big one, because then it's like multiple tentacles coming at you.
They have little ones that almost look like plugs. I wonder what they're made out of. Pure silicone. Interesting.
Huh. They're hypoallergenic, apparently.
Awesome.
Hentai little sucker.
Hentai little probe. Oh my gosh. Tentacles are actually kind of awesome. Oh my god, it's a little gnome.
You could put a gnome in your butt.
You giant test fetish.
Bloodless is in the chat. Bloodless is in the chat room. It says tentacle double penetration.
Oh my!
Oh, they make paddles too.
That's so cute. I wonder if they hold up. If they're silicone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're silicone.
Would it be flimsy then?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. That damn rubber thing you have. That thing's flimsy. Hurts like a bitch. That surprised the crap out of me, man. By the way, you are listening to Taboo Fetish Talk. It is Thursday. You're here with Sydney Screams and Whitney Morgan. And our call-in is 213-943-3601 if you want to chat with us. Oh.
Interested in advertising on Taboo Fetish Talk Radio? It's easy. Send us an email at TabooFetishTalk@gmail.com for rates and information.
Woohoo! Hi.
So, I wonder what other fetishes people have that they like to incorporate. I know.
I feel so, normal now because, Addie Juniper is retweeting us, and I really like her avatar. It's dirty.
That's hot. I like hot retweets and stuff. Excuse
Hello,
me.
ADD. I mean, what other interesting, weird things that you would just never, maybe not weird, just different, that you would never really think about?
Bloodlusted blood. I don't have a whole lot of experience with sex in my blood life, with blood in my sex life. Although I have drawn blood a couple times from both biting and scratching, which are very pleasurable for me to both do and have done. Although I don't think anyone's ever drawn blood from me. I don't recall.
I've scratched somebody to the point of making them bleed. Not intentionally, just I didn't mean to do it. The other type of blood that I would be incorporating in my sex life is something that happens once a month.
Some people, maybe that's their fetish. You don't know. Maybe, possibly.
I have no shame. That's hot. I did have he's whacking off talking about it. Nice. Thank you, Bloodlust. I'm assuming he's at work right now.
Probably.
I enjoy the fact that he listens to our kinky, filthy radio show and whacking off while he's at work.
That's dirty.
That's nice.
I had a thought and then it lost me. I'm hoping it comes back because it was kind of relevant. Oh, mouth fetishes that have nothing to do with oral sex. Because I can talk about that kind of.
Actually, the email I have from Cannon Shooter, the one email I do have from Cannon Shooter was somewhere here.
One of our producer pals has a fetish for mouths that doesn't necessarily include oral sex, although that is an aspect of it. But for me, I really like biting and sucking on fingers while having sex, and the same goes for having my fingers bit and sucked on. And I know at least for him, he also likes spreading open mouths so he can see more of their teeth and everything while he's having sex with people, or coming from behind and having hands in
hooking
mouth.
You.
Yeah. Pretty much hooking your mouth open. And I don't know. To me, that part's a little intense, but I can understand, wanting to feel someone's teeth on your finger or having a finger sucked on or something like that. The oral fixation there makes a lot of sense to me because it's something I enjoy as well. So, I don't know.
Cannon Shooter says, unfortunately, he wanted to call in this evening, but has work and family obligations. And he says that it is a huge turn on to just have his fingers in a woman's mouth during sex. And it really drives him wild, especially over the teeth. It's really the teeth that gets him. And that's the first thing I know. He says a lot of women, or a lot of guys, when they approach a woman, they're going to look at their tits or their ass, or a lot of our foot guys get caught catching up girls' teeth. But the very first thing he notices is whether or not a woman has a good smile, nice teeth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I can understand it because, again, for me, the feeling of having fingertips sucked on is really intense. And I don't know what it's like for people who have an extra appendage to suck on. But
true, maybe it was kind of a mind thing for them.
Perhaps.
They're thinking, okay, well, this might be my finger in her mouth, but it could certainly be something else. Something naughty down below. Bloodlust seems to have a fetish for collarbones.
Yes,
I like that. I think collarbones are really sexy.
I do too, and I like when I can see them on somebody, or on a girl, not necessarily on a dude.
I think the whole décolleté area is kind of sexy.
I agree.
I think that might go back a little bit more, olden days, or old-timey days, vintage days, where the women wore the full coverage, where they had all the way up to the tops of their necks completely covered. You have something for us to suck on, apparently. Thank you, Bloodlust.
I hope it's a lollipop. And I don't
Is it a water bottle?
It probably is, knowing blood.
Because I really love water. It's delicious. I like the fun size, too. It's my favorite. It's just cute. You can take it in one gulp.
It's also dirty. All of it.
The world's going to end tomorrow.
It is.
At 11:11 p.m. I think it's 11:11 p.m. or is it a.m.?
I don't know. I'm not following this whole end of the world stuff because, I have so much going on after the world ends, and I really don't want to have to, forget about my plans, Oh, dear, I'm scared, but I'm going to click this anyway.
You're in our chat right now.
It's a water bottle.
There's all kinds of smut going on.
There always is. Always. Lots of smut.
If you're listening in and you're not in the chat, you're really missing out because that's where a lot of the shenanigans go on behind the scenes. If you are listening, you should also follow us on the Twitter at Taboo Fetish Talk, and also Sydney Screams 4, that's the number 4 and the letter U, and me, Ms. Whitney Morgan.
And you can call us at 213-943-3601. Call us and tell us all about your sex life and how you incorporate fetish into it.
I don't even know what that means. It's pistol whipped.
I think it's like when you hit someone in the face with a pistol, but it's talking about a water bottle hitting you in the face.
What kind of water bottle?
Like cock slapping.
Oh, I think I found us an applause loop as well.
Woohoo!
Let's see if this works or not. Oh, I don't want to have it up too high because that just might be.
Well, we have to go from computer to computer. Yeah. I like it.
We'll just keep this going on, because everything we do and say deserves an applause.
I approve of that plan.
Or there's a longer applause.
Oh, my.
Wait, how long is that one? 1.7 megabytes. Ooh, yeah.
It sounds like the applause from Tool Time. Or not Tool Time, Home Improvement.
Tool Time was the show, though.
Yeah. Tool Time on Home Improvement. That's what it reminds me of.
I don't know. Do we just claps and applause, or do we a whole audience?
I don't know.
Decisions.
I like having an audience, but I feel like that audience was a bit ridiculous.
There's another audience here.
Interesting.
Whoa! No, that audience is too loud. You must be logged in. I don't want to log in. NASA actually has it up on their front page, a warning or letting people know that the world is actually not going to end.
Really?
Promise you, NASA's website has it.
That's pretty. Oh, that's the one I already sent her.
That is stuff. Yeah, you should tweet that. That's fucking all. How much is that thing?
It is $75.
Actually, not bad.
Not really.
Not NASA.
I wonder if it's available on Adam and Eve, because I have a 50% off code.
Just tweet them right now and ask them.
Ooh, here are more. Oh my gosh, it's a jellyfish one.
What? Oh, holy crap. That's the coolest dildo I've ever seen.
I'm just tweeting Isabel around all these random dildos. She's going to be like, what the fuck? But that's okay. I don't mind if it wants to let me tweet. It does not. Okay, there we go.
See, right on NASA's page. Why the world won't end.
What if the world does end?
NASA, you're wrong.
I mean, what happens? How is it going to end?
Well, apparently there's supposed to be a total blackout of Earth from December 23rd to the 25th as well, and the planets are supposed to align. The planet's supposed to align tomorrow.
What is this madness? Oh, my God.
How is that a sex toy? Oh, it's a vibrator.
Oh, right? My God. Yeah.
But it's a beetle.
I guess that's if you happen to have a bug fetish.
Oh, we have a caller. I think is that who I think it is?
I have no idea.
I think it is. Caller 407, you're live on Taboo Fetish Talk.
You got pistol whipped because you said shenanigans. And the next person that says shenanigans gets pistol whipped.
Wait. Do you hear your applause?
No, I don't.
Well, suck a dick.
They have dildos. Look at that. Look at that.
How would you put that in you?
I don't know.
Blood, I think we're changing the episode tonight to how do I put that in me?
Oh, well, that was going to be my next show. And I was going to do it live via webcam.
Were you? Was it going to be, how do you put that up my butt?
It was going to be called, will this fit in my ass?
Wait.
And then I was going to have kind of like a betting system and things like that.
Wait. Can that be the group show and we'll all, take turns?
Wait, take turns sticking things in our butts, or you guys take turns sticking things in my butt?
What's going on here? I'm so confused. Oh my god, look at that one.
That would.
I don't want anything in my butt. Not anymore.
Not anymore? There was that one time when you were drunk in college?
No, it was the urologist. He stuck a lightsaber up my butt.
Put a lightsaber up your butt?
Mm-hmm. Long story. Not my fetish.
My 2013 is to build a lightsaber dildo, as well as a sonic screwdriver dildo. But yeah, I'm gonna stick them up people's butts. I have that tentacle dildo.
It's pretty.
It doesn't feel as good as I want it to.
It doesn't. They don't. None of these tentacle dildos look like they would feel good at all.
Non-realistic silicone dildos. That looks like a ghost.
Ghost wiener.
A goat dildo?
Yes. Goat dildo.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's very weird.
So bloodlust, obviously, what the name goes, we're just assuming, just throwing it out there, that you probably incorporate some blood play in the bedroom. Is this so?
I like it. I'm very hands-on with whatever it is that I'm doing. So if the girl is bleeding and her endorphins are going and things like that, then of course, she's kind of pumping it out more, and it's awesome. The best probably blood session sex thing I've ever had was an ex-girlfriend of mine that I ended up stabbing, and she was just bleeding uncontrollably, and I was fucking her on the bathroom counter, and she was kind of halfway up against the mirror and half on the counter, and the whole place looked like a murder scene, and it was amazing.
I'm sorry, I just have to laugh there. You stabbed her?
I stabbed her.
Interesting. How? I can't imagine that being pleasurable for her. Was she into it?
It was one of those things that everything got a little bit out of control, but the way that it happened was perfect. When I realized what was going on and that she wasn't fighting back against it, then I just kept going. It wasn't like a stab, I don't know how to explain it, but it was it was a stab. You could feel the blade going through her skin. It was like butter. It was amazing. And but I only went in so far, and of course I wasn't near the spine or any vital organs. But I probably put the blade in, I don't know, maybe half an inch.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it wasn't enough where it was caused major damage, but it was enough where the blood was just coming out. It was amazing. It was fantastic. So, and then I took her by the throat and I held her up against the door, and then I let her down, and that's why some of my little avatars have this bloody door. It was a phenomenal not even like a session. It wasn't even like a session or a scene because like there was just sex going for the entire time. So it was very, very intense.
That sounds very intense.
Very intense.
Oh.
Someone should let Sydney browse the internet while she's on air because she finds things that just astound both of us, trust me. I wish you were here.
Oh my God, what's that? Oh my God.
You could never.
I don't think I want to know.
You could never put that in you. You would have to be gaping.
It goes back to the It goes
They're
back.
squids.
It goes back to the whole conversation of how do I put this in? Oh my God. Oh my God.
So was that your first time ever playing with blood?
No. No, I've had like bloody sex before. I've had bloody sex in a coffin. That was phenomenal.
Well, go on.
I ended up like messing around and cutting her up pretty good, and then we got into a coffin.
How did you?
What?
This coffin. That's cheap. How did you guys even end up in this coffin? Were you did you guys cook it, or you?
It was at a play place. It was at like a space, like kind of like a private dungeon, and they had a coffin, and we crawled inside. The messed up part was that it was too small for what?
You guys weren't just raiding funeral home.
No. Well, I'm trying to get a coffin built for me, but that's another story. But it was too small for two of us to like do anything in. So like I had to stick it in like we had to like spoon, and I couldn't get her body to like go where my body. It was weird. So it was like butt sex or no sex. So
butt sex.
And I know how much you love the butt sex, Miss Whitney. Like super lots butt sex for you.
Only for you, blood. Only for you.
Yeah. Yeah, just interesting. And then, you know, of course, the collarbone thing. Like that is like my focal point. Like that's what I stare at when I'm doing my thing. It's amazing. They get all red and flush. It's great.
Nice.
Oh
nice.
My. I'm very entertained by all this discussion.
By what discussion?
All this discussion of sex and kink and.
It's making her rowdy, baby.
Yes, that.
No, I can't see. Like, and like you guys were saying before, there are people who like make love. There are people who have sex, and then there are people who fuck. Like, I have never made love in my entire life. I don't know how to do it. I'll never put the rose petals out and like run the bath and
It's
like what?
It's overrated.
I'll never like come in with like the robe and the candles. It's like if I tried like the whole candle and like I'd burn the house down because like something would get knocked over. And then like the sex part, like I can like have sex, but it's like a quickie type thing. It's like, all right, like one of us just needs to get off, so then you just do it. And there's like fucking, and like I like to fuck and like pull hair and fucking like rip skin out and like just like someone better be like in tears or like incoherent when it's done. Usually I'm the one crying, but that's another story.
Oh my gosh. So, never mind.
I think Sydney's scream is developing a tentacle scream fest at this moment.
What is that? Oh my god.
Yeah, I know somebody who does the whole I don't want to sleep with humans. I want to fuck an alien. It's very interesting.
Tampa?
Pardon?
Is she out in Tampa?
She's in Tampa, yeah.
We discussed her.
Yes, we did.
Oh.
Trying to get her to call in.
Well, fuck you guys did.
You should because
we are very intrigued on that, and we're trying to get a hold of her.
Yeah, I can't wrap my head around that. Like, I can't wrap my head around fucking anything with a pretty girl. Like, anything else, like, I couldn't bang a dude. I couldn't bang, like, a horse. I couldn't bang an alien. I couldn't bang, none of that stuff. Just, I can't wrap my head around it. So, you know, she's tried to explain it to me on numerous occasions, and I just don't get it.
I don't necessarily get it either, although from what she explained to me, it's that humans weren't really her first, like, she had to develop an attraction to humans.
Right. I just tell her it's a birth defect. Like, you were born wrong. But if I found an alien, like, you know, like if, like, I was in the movie, like, Paul or, like, any of those movies, like, I'd kidnap the alien and take it to her. But we're like, I'm like, how do you know if it's a male or female alien? Like, what if it can't have sex with you? Like, what if the tentacles are not its sexual piece? Then you're technically doing alien rape, and that's not okay.
That's not okay? Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's okay.
How
do you know that they're not okay with it? I mean, maybe they have a sexual member that comes out when they're turned on. I don't know.
Well, what if she's not the alien's type? What if the alien's like, no, I don't like you. Like, thanks, but no thanks. Let's just be friends. You know? And, like, you can have the alien over to, like, cuddle and eat ice cream, but you can't have sex with the alien.
Oh, dear. Well, we have a caller.
Oh, you have another caller? All right, I got to get going anyway. So, yeah.
Okay.
Think of us.
Yeah.
When you're drinking out of your water bottle.
Gross.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in, Mr. Bloodlust. And are you going to have a show Tuesday, even though it's Christmas?
I'm not going to have a show Tuesday. And I'm debating having a show on New Year's, because I think it's New Year's Eve that my show falls on. And I don't think anyone's going to be, like, listening to my show. They're going to be getting wasted. But I'm in the process of it. But I don't think we're going to do Christmas, but we might do the first. So.
What about a recorded show for Christmas?
Called Jingle My Balls.
Yeah.
All right. I could do that. I don't have internet right now. I'm in the process of moving.
Over here.
So I don't.
Come visit us.
All right. I'll visit you guys.
You can all do it together. Fun.
No, because you're going to stick things up my butt. That's not cool.
So it's going to be Jingle My Balls with things up my butt.
It'll be to fit in their show.
It will fit in there. All right, guys. I got to go. I'm at work. So.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Take it easy. Bye.
I don't think he likes the idea of having a show based around how does this fit in my butt.
I don't know. I like it.
I totally approve. All right. So, again, you're listening to Taboo Fetish Talk with Whitney and Sydney. Our call-in number is 213-943-3601. And I'm going to pick up our next caller. Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. That was the cutest laugh ever. I have no idea who's laughing.
You don't know who I am? Very upsetting.
I'm sorry.
Come on, take a look, you guys. You guys should know my number by now.
I'm not good with numbers.
Me neither.
I don't even know my parents.
Oh, kiss my red-haired butt.
I like that laugh, and it sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Hi, Catherine.
I don't know if someone got it.
Hello, Miss Catherine Fox. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty dandy.
I miss your red.
Yes, I miss you too. I'm actually at a bar right now, shaking my ass off because I'm about to get my nipples pierced, and I'm very frightened.
Oh.
And I just wanted to let the world know, but I want to let you talk to someone that I want to say hi as well. Hold on. Hi, beautiful ladies.
Hi.
I know you have no idea who this is. It's Dre Hazel.
Hi, Dre Hazel.
Hi.
Hey.
What are you sexy bitches doing? Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Am I allowed to curse or not? Okay. Okay. Fuck. All right. So yeah, I'm with Kat right now. She's about to get her nipples pierced, and I have mine done. So I told her I'd be here for support, and I told her she's allowed to hold my hand and bite me.
That's awesome.
Did you say bite you?
Yes.
Nice. We approve of
Yeah.
that.
Here's the deal. I got mine pierced, and I'm not even kidding. Well, I guess I shouldn't say this because I'm sitting right in front of her, but I would have rather been shot in the face. It was so bad. I was like, oh, that's gotta feel like the coming of Christ. That was awful. That was, I guess second coming of Christ if you're religious. I mean, whatever. But yeah, so it was awful. But yeah, I'm excited. They're gonna be beautiful. Oh my God, we're gonna record it so you guys can all point and laugh. It'll be great.
Please do. We need to see pictures of this immediately as it's going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Once we finish our adult beverages and some tasty food, we're going to go travel on down and, get pierced and raunchy.
Holy shit, I can't. You know what?
Do what?
Nipple piercings look absolutely amazing. I think they're sexy as hell. I don't have the balls for it.
They're definitely sexy as hell. Although I'm telling you, if anything happened to mine, I probably wouldn't redo it. Seriously, it hurts so bad. Kat looking at me like she wants to stab me right now. She's like, hey, I'm sitting right here. I can hear you. Hey. But yeah, they'll be awesome. Her boobies are great, so just imagine like decorating them. I'm so excited.
We're gonna decorate.
All right, ladies.
Little ribbons on them and shit.
You what?
We're gonna decorate them for Christmas. We're gonna put little ribbons on them and shit.
Yes, take some lights from them. She's tearing right now. All right, ladies, have a fabulous evening. Merry Christmas, and I will let you talk to the fox.
All right, thanks, Dre.
Hi, gals.
Here or on air or whatever.
See, now she's got me all scared out of my mind.
You can do it. If anybody can do it, you can.
Kat, I have you.
And you're gonna.
I don't even know what the topic is tonight. I didn't really look, but I feel really bad about it. But I was like, whatever. I was just gonna call in and be like, "Yo, girls, this is what I'm doing tonight." I don't know if that has anything to do with the topic whatsoever.
I don't know. I guess it kind of could, because tonight we're talking about incorporating your fetish into your sex life, and I know those nipples are going to get incorporated into your sex life after you have them
right,
done.
so I think that was totally rational. I think I'm calling and telling you exactly what I was doing right at this moment. So
we're going to be waiting with bated breath for pictures of the after product.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure it's all going to be on Twitter, me bleeding and everything. Twitter! So look, if you want to see some nipples be pierced tonight, all you people listening in, you should check out my Twitter, CatherineFox.com. You can check out Dre's Twitter. It's the real Dre, D-R-E, Hazel.com. Or not .com. There's no .com on that. That's just Twitter. Oh, God. I've been drinking. And that is why I'm going to get my nipples pierced right now. Super win!
Go get your nipples pierced, you crazy broad.
I love you. Sydney, I missed her.
I miss
boobies in my face.
Just put my boobies in your face next time I see you. Like, it'll be the first thing I do. I won't even say hi.
You did definitely see my new kitty, though, so you have to come down to my house and put the kitty in your boobs, because she's only 6 weeks old right now.
Oh, my God.
It's adorable.
Oh, my God.
You need to come to my house. I have a fluffy Hemingway. Come on.
Oh, my
I have
God.
the biggest pole right now. This is how I get hot bitches to come at my house. Come on, I have a fluffy cat. With my fluffy pussy.
I totally agree with that.
All right, I love you girls. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Good luck.
All right, everyone. That was Miss Catherine Fox and Dre Hazel, both very sexy models for hire out in the Tampa Bay area. And now we have another caller.
I believe.
Hello, 989. You're live on Taboo Fetish Talk.
Hey, this is Steve. Yeah, that guy. How you doing, Miss Whitney?
Hi, how are you? This is Steve from Atlanta. Steve got on the Fet Life. FYI, everybody that's listening out there. I don't think you have a Twitter account, do you, Steven?
Wait, what was that?
Do you have a Twitter account?
No. I stay away from all that crap.
That's your task this evening, is to open a Twitter account for my amusement.
I can't figure out how to use it. It took me about 3 years to figure out how to use Facebook.
Okay.
Well, Steven is a real lifestyle, and actually you're a switch, aren't you?
Yeah, well, relationship-wise, I've always been submissive. I prefer to be submissive, but playing-wise, lately it seems to be I'm only dominant playing-wise.
I just know where there's not enough cute submissive girls up in Atlanta, or dominant girls in Atlanta.
There's not enough that know how. I don't know. I gotta feel that like, oh my God, drop to my knees type feeling. If I don't feel that, then it's kind of like, yeah, we can be friends.
So primarily sex life, you prefer to be more of the submissive. Oh shit. Correct.
What was that?
I said, but in your sex life, you prefer to be more of a submissive.
Oh, definitely. When I lost my virginity, I didn't get off. And out of every girl I've ever been with my entire life, I've only gotten off with 2, and that was BDSM sex. That was kinky, dirty talk, frickin' straight fucking. It's the only way I can get off.
What to you is kinky sex? Like, what fetishes do you incorporate?
Well, I mean, I kind of change it up. My last girlfriend, I told you about her. She broke my heart over me moving to Atlanta, basically. And we were in a cuckold relationship, and I really need to feel like the dirt that you walk on for me to get off. I got to be just talked down to, hammered into, but then a lot of times what we do is we'd have cuckold scenes where she would force me to blow the bowl and force me to do all this stuff, and then I'd have to undress both of them with my teeth. It was freaking so intense and so amazing. I still can't. I mean, I gotta think about my ex just to get off sometimes now because of how hot those scenes were.
Your first experience in, being that humiliated and degraded that really triggered your imagination to incorporate that into sex?
Yeah, I got it's come to a point now where it's became I can't live without it. I mean, I can't really have sex without it. I got to if I'm dominating, I mean, I'll do a lot of things like from when I first got into the lifestyle, like actually publicly into the lifestyle, I noticed a lot of people trying to separate BDSM from sex. And I never understood why, or, I mean, if both people are willing, then why not? Because it's still a sensual act. No matter if you're beating somebody or if you're having sex or if you're mixing two or not, it's still a sensual act. I mean, if you're both willing, then why not progress that into some type of sex? Because years ago, I mean, we were just doing kinky things and just trying to get laid, and that's basically what we're doing now. But somehow people think that, it's let's just keep the beating over here and the sex over here. And if I'm topping, I'll straight up ask the girl, like, okay, is there any places that I am not allowed to touch? She says no. I mean, yeah, I'm going to take a cane and play with her clit a little bit. I'm going to finger the girl. I mean, I like to beat a woman when I'm topping with a bullet inside of her and playing with the buttons and switches and watch her squirm while I'm handing her an ass whooping.
I think that's even more fun. I mean, tease and denial, it's definitely a tease and denial aspect, and it's something that you can take. I mean, it's considered a fetish. It's considered something more for the BDSM lifestyle, but that it has a serious sexual aspect to it. So I'm like you, whereas if maybe the playtime is more of a foreplay and might lead into more sexual activities, but whoa. Sydney's looking at some really filthy stuff on her Tumblr. I mean, there's hot snatch on her computer right now.
Computer.
This is why you need to come down to Florida, as you can just sit here and watch some smut with us.
Oh yeah. Hopefully I'll be moving there in freaking few months or 6 months or so.
Steve will be moving down hopefully August-ish.
Cool.
Yeah, August. That's what we're thinking about. It all depends on Portia, but they told me they'll give me a job in Florida, most likely Orlando.
Awesome.
So you will get all the time, and Stephen can take a very, very, very hard beating. I'm very proud of you. I've never seen anybody take abuse like that before.
Oh yeah, that was something else. I'll tell you what, it's been a long time since I took a beating like that. And like I said, like I was telling Miss Whitney, since I moved to Atlanta, that was the first time anybody in Atlanta, in my whole experience in Atlanta, where I really felt completely submissive and like, oh my God, I just want to drop to my knees for these women. You know, there was a girl I was playing with for a while, and it just, you know how it kind of, she liked me so much and she chased me so much that it came to a point where even though she was beating me, I felt more dominant than her.
Really?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It was because it was one of those things where she reacted to whatever I did, and it wasn't the other way around. If I didn't call her for a day, she'd be all clingy and going crazy over it, and she would try so hard to please me in a scene that I was like, I like to feel when I'm submissive, I like to feel that I am pleasing. Like I remember something my ex used to tell me, and it freaking turned me on so much, was that my pleasure is your pleasure. That's all you need to, you know, and stuff like that really gets me going. It's just, I love to feel completely just like I don't matter. It's all about her. And when this woman would sit there and she would just try so hard to beat me, and then ask me all the time, "Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you?" It's like just go for it. You know, I'll take it. Just, you know, I'm not new to this. I've been in this for years. But after a while, I just had to stop playing with her because it was just like I can't get into submissive mindset. I can't. It's just, like I said, I felt more dominant than her, even if I was tied up or not.
I could see maybe the first times you're playing with somebody to be a little bit more precautious in that aspect, simply because you don't really know the person. But once you've been with someone for a while, you know what their body language is like. You know what their trigger points are, and you understand. You can generally read somebody that you're close enough to when you're taking things too far. So I see what you mean there.
Exactly. I like tears. I like to cry. You make me cry, you're doing something good. Once I start crying, it's like, oh yeah, just freaking go for it. I remember I had nipple clamps tied to a web one time, and then I was beaten by two people at the same time. And freaking, it was insane because it was like, because the thing was, my problem was I would jump around and I would start doing pull-ups in the middle of a beating. Everybody knew me as the person who would like hang from the ceiling doing pull-ups, and everybody thought it was the sexiest thing ever because my muscles would all tense up and shit while I was getting my ass kicked. And well, my mistress at the time wanted to stop me from moving so much, so she nipple clamped and tied it to the frickin' the web. So as soon as I moved, it would start yanking on the nipple clamps. Oh my gosh, that was because I couldn't move. I just had to sit there and take it. It was insane.
Wow, that's awesome. And when are you coming to Orlando?
I had one scene. I had my arms tied over my head, and I was put on a turntable that spun circles, and my legs tied to the table. And fucking beat by two people, a man and a woman, and they would spin me in a circle really, really fast while whipping me. And it was such an intense scene that I had to tell somebody. So I started calling up all my friends, and I don't know how it happened, but I ended up calling up my mother.
How did that go over?
I was like, okay, Mom, I just have to tell somebody this, okay? And since my dad passed away, my mom said that I could talk to her like I talked to my dad. I was like, well, you see, I'm kind of into some crazy things. All about the scene, and she was just like, where the fuck do you get this from? And I was like, well, I kind of thought I got it from you. That's the reason why I'm telling you this. And she's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And a week later, I get a random text from my mom saying, you get it from me. She's like, I've never been to public parties, and now I tell her about the parties. I got strapped to an electric chair and interrogated naked in front of like 200 people. I told you guys about that one, I believe. And I told my mom about that. She's like, so you're just naked in front of all these people? And I was like, I got no shame.
That's remarkable.
I work out.
That type of relationship with your mother, too. I mean, well, obviously, if you got it from her and she finally broke down and let you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I love the lifestyle. I live for it. But like I said, I still believe that there is a time every now and then. If you're in a relationship, if you're married, I believe that there is maybe a time here or there for making love. Where you get all sweet and nice and everything. Basically, if you're trying to have a kid, I think making babies, let's make some love. But then again, if I can't get off making love, yeah, so I'm kind of in a predicament there.
Do you feel that maybe this has ruined your sex life in any shape or form? If you can only get off being humiliated, being degraded, and having, hardcore, rough bottom sex, basically?
Yes, I do. I do actually think it does, because I don't really have a problem getting laid anymore, but I almost don't have a desire to, unless it's with a beautiful woman who is dominant, A lot of times I actually prefer to eat women out now, because I've gotten really, really good at it. And I don't know, I love it when a woman comes in my mouth. It's pretty hot. And also, I'm the one who got my ex into the whole cuckolding scene, and how I kind of started to do that, because it's really, really hard to take a vanilla girl and get her into something like cuckolding.
Yeah.
How I started to do that was she always got off first. I always made sure she got off first. Every time. She always got off first, and then a lot of times after she got off, I would let her relax after her orgasm, and I would jerk off. And after a while, I kind of got her in that mindset to focus on herself and relax. And then I would always, if you're going to be a cuckold and you want to get your girlfriend into it, I'll tell you the one thing you have to do is you have to become a master at eating pussy. You have got to learn how to eat pussy like nobody's ever seen. The best she's ever had, make the girl freaking squeal. Because that's one of the biggest things, too, is that a lot of times you get worried that the woman might leave you if you're letting her go out and do all that stuff and everything. But if you're taking care of her and you got something that nobody else has, at least that, oh, yeah, it works.
I would feel that if you're allowing the girl to be selfish and allowing her to do what she wants to do, she wouldn't leave you in the aspect of what other guy is going to be like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. But a lot of times it gets tough. You always got to lay out ground rules. We had ground rules where the guys only got my phone number. If we invited a woman into the bedroom, they got her phone number. And it was kind of like they had to contact me, her through me, or the girls had to contact, and we always did it with strangers. Never friends, family, or even mix any of that in there. And afterwards, it was so hot how she would just be like, okay, yep, you're just the lucky dick of the night, and me and her would cuddle in the shower and talk about what we liked and didn't like, and yeah, it was amazing. But yeah, now I'm basically, though, after all that and everything, at this point right now, I'm basically looking to just get into a straight BDSM relationship without the boyfriend BS. I'm actually just looking. I just want to try out being a complete slave 24/7 one time in my life before, I move on with relationships, I think.
Well, I mean, it's baby steps then.
What was that?
I said it's baby steps then. Little bit further, a little bit further. I know it was a good sad that you're no longer with the ex, but little steps at a time. You'll find happiness, I promise.
Oh, I know. It's actually going good, though. It took a while for me to start letting her go, and I finally feel right now that, I'm letting her go. I'm having a freaking ball. I don't even let it faze me anymore. Like I said, I told you, I'm into being a cuckold, but I've actually become a bull here in Atlanta. I'm a bull to a married couple. So, yeah, I kind of changed up bull type there and everything, so I'm actually seeing this guy's wife this Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, but oh yeah, but I'm gonna get headed out though. I gotta head to the bars. Supposedly it's the end of the world, so I'm gonna party hard tonight.
Tonight. And Steve, and of course everybody can check you out on Fat Life as Steve. Yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll talk to you later, Miss Whitney.
You have a good night. Thanks for calling.
Yep, no problem. All right, have a good one, y'all. Bye.
Oh, great.
I think I know who our next caller is.
Oh, my.
I should make him sit on hold.
Hello, 407. You're live on Taboo Fetish Talk.
So you think you know who this is?
Who are you?
Just your everyday average pervert deviant, but that's beside the point.
Where have you been, dude? I haven't seen you in ages.
I know. I've been busy. It's the holiday ho-ho season.
Ho-hoing?
I've been ho-hoing.
It's your bird.
What was that?
Shell, depending on the day of the week.
Yes. Interesting topic.
Thank you. It was Lydia's idea this evening.
It was whose?
Time.
Oh. I personally, yes, I'll bring the fetishes and that lifestyle into the vanilla. I've been fortunate with relationships I've had in the past that they've never thought of it, but slowly worked it in. But as the last caller said, there are times when you're with somebody, you just want to have, romantic, love-making sex.
I don't know what that's like. That's not my fetish.
There we go.
What was that in the background? What's she blabbing about?
Throughout technology.
Check it out. So,
Jinx. You go
what
first.
What kind of fetishes, maybe our listeners aren't familiar with Sissy Rochelle. What kind of fetishes would you bring into the bedroom?
Damn it, I asked that question.
We should ask it at the same time then. We already said,
Well, I'm saying I've brought in bondage, toys, spanking, a little cross-dressing into it. I've gotten women into strap-on play that were basically vanilla women, that when you start doing it, they're like, really? And I've never really, I'd say 70% of the time, have had a bad reaction.
Wait, 70% of the time you did have a bad reaction?
Did not.
Okay.
Did not. The long-term relationships I've been in, they were very open to it, especially once they got through that stereotypical or, oh, this is weird, and the first time they did something and they realized they got pleasure out of it, it was like, okay, this isn't as bad as what everybody portrays it to be. So
they have, it's taboo to them, anybody who's in a vanilla relationship. It's unusual, it's weird, it's not your stereotypical missionary sex. And most people are probably just afraid to try it.
Correct.
You're fearful of the unknown.
Correct. Now, the first time you're gonna have sex with them, and they say, "Hey, I'm gonna go bathroom and get cleaned up." If you come back in and you're on all fours with a big dildo saying, "Do me, baby," they may go running. You got to kind of break it in there, and that's how I've done it, and it's worked. Some aren't into it, but it goes back to something I've stated on the show before, that if you really care about that person, you guys are going to do things for each other. So
Definitely.
That's how I work it.
Work it.
Work it, baby.
What were some of the negative responses?
I did once, and maybe I did a little bit too much all at one time, because she kept saying, this was a few years ago, how she'd like to learn more, blah, 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 the whole works. So I said, well, let's try this. I brought a bag of goodies in. We had a little bit of fun. I could tell she wasn't in it. Next day I get a text saying, not only do I think we're not in the same chapter in the sexual book, you're on like 3 or 4 books ahead of me. I don't think this is going to work. Which, you go, okay, that's sad, but better in the beginning than better later in life.
That's true.
It's good that you're really not time with them. And do you, speaking of this, do you wait to tell a partner anything about it, or?
No. Yeah. You can do it in very clever ways, like little jokes like, oh, I'm sorry I'm 5 minutes late. I should be spanked, or something like that. And you judge their reaction. If they have a playful reaction, okay, then maybe make another comment. Or like if you're going out, it's like, okay, now this is only our second time out. I promise I will not wear a hooker outfit, or something like that. If they're like, yeah, that's a good idea because that just doesn't work, okay, then they're not really, even though it was joking, they're very kind of on the straight and narrow. So it's like, okay, this might not work. So you got to test the waters. But like I said, there's times that, maybe it's whatever occasion, you just want to have I hate to use the word normal, but plain sex. Just bite the pillow, bitch. I'm going to do you doggy style, nothing kinky, and we're going to go for it.
Just bite the pillow, bitch.
I'm the next person. I have
So.
Later.
What was that?
But I'm going to say it to myself later.
So like I said, it's plus I don't think if you're into fetishes and into the lifestyle, to say you're not going to bring it into the bedroom, I think you're lying to yourself, because if you're truly into it, that's part of you. You can't help it by wanting that and sharing that with the person you're with.
Very true.
It's maybe not all the time, but that's still a part of you. And yes, as the other caller said, you can get so into it that vanilla sex, it's like, okay, this is like boring.
Well, I think we preached a lot about that on the last week's show, that if you live the lifestyle 24/7, you get burnt out.
Sorry.
You all right there?
No,
I'm done.
You're worse than me. I would think, if you're incorporating the same fetish into sex 24/7, every single time you have sex, you're not going to want it anymore. It's not going to be exciting to you anymore. It's not going to be something you're going to yearn or desire, because it's just going to get too repetitious, just like regular vanilla sex.
Correct.
Bad thing, or too much of a good thing is. Yeah, I said that right?
Yeah, well, you two ladies know me. You know that I have, like, my normal side, and then I have my submissive side, and that has, okay, it's time for impact play, or it's feminization. It's very different facets. I can't do one all the time. I don't think I'd want to do one all the time.
Absolutely not.
So, and I know I texted some people. Did you get the text? Think about, I have an open house for shooting in February.
Awesome. When in February?
Second part of February.
Cool. So we're just gonna run around crazy and terrorize your entire house and shoot spots all over the place.
I have an awesome dining room table that is chrome and the top is complete glass.
Ooh.
So you could get some really good upward angles.
With glass top table?
What?
It's a glass top table?
Yeah, and the glass is like
underneath
3 feet by...
on top of it.
Yeah. Well, I've already got ideas. So, but yes, I think to sum it up, if it's part of your personality and what you like, you can't help it to fall into the bedroom. It's a question of, if you're with a vanilla person, are they willing to come a little to your side and learn, and are you willing to maybe tone it down a little bit and find that happy medium? But you can't really separate it and say, okay, I'm in vanilla mode in a marriage or in a relationship, because eventually you're going to want to put a gun in your mouth and be like, this is not good.
That's true.
No, you're going to be miserable. Nobody wants it. Everybody's yearning for the same thing. They want complete and utter happiness in a relationship.
Is that what they're about?
I would think so. I hope.
And that's what we look for. But if it's out there, I don't think it's all cookies and cream and vibrators and anal beads 24/7. Or sometimes you're not going to get the whole happiness all the time. We can try it.
You can try it, but you never know.
You never know.
Anal beads.
Okay. Benwell balls.
I have some, but I've never actually used them.
I'd be afraid to try.
You'd be afraid to try them?
Yeah, I'd be afraid I wouldn't be able to get them back out.
Well, that's what vacuum cleaners are there for, aren't they?
That sounds kind of dangerous.
All right. Okay.
But
get any of them stuck in me, I'm going to call you and make you bring your high pack back over. And it's just your task to get them out with the vacuum cleaner. No hands on, just the vacuum cleaner.
Okay, you just opened it. You said no hands.
No hands, just the vacuum cleaner. And my Kegels, too, to make it more difficult for you.
And you what?
I'm going to do my Kegels to make it more difficult for you.
Okay, that's fine. But, like I always do, I called in, gave my 2 cents.
Thank you, darling.
You guys are not having a show next week?
I don't know.
The holiday?
We haven't discussed it yet.
Are you ready for the New Year's holiday?
Are you throwing a party?
No.
Why not?
Well, poop.
We can.
Let's
throw
a party.
Adorable.
I don't know what I'm doing New Year's Eve. But
party.
if I don't talk to you people, which I'm sure I will, but if I don't.
What does that mean? I'm offended.
With what? You people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If I don't talk to you ladies in the next few days, you all have a lovely, lovely Christmas.
Wait, thank you, darling.
Is that better? I actually just got a call. I am going to shoot Saturday.
Oh?
Yes. So that should be interesting.
I'm going to shoot Saturday, too, in Miami.
Where? Oh, in Miami?
If the world doesn't end.
I'm going to have sex on camp.
Oh. So what about you, Miss Whitney? Are you not shooting Saturday?
What is Saturday? No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. You're the only one that's not shooting. So I'm you.
Sorry to. Maybe I'll shoot myself. Does that? Actually, I have a custom to shoot. Maybe I'll do that.
Oh. So, all right. But remember, end of February, and let me know if you hear of any shindigs for New Year's Eve, because I'm still open.
Will do.
Will do, dear.
All right. Have a good one. Have a good night.
Thank you for calling in, Rich.
Bye-bye.
Appreciate you.
Bye. All right, that was the wonderful, fabulous Rich, who comes and cleans my apartment in high heels, which I love.
This is what I don't understand. You know how many girls out there can't walk in high heels at all?
Yeah, I'm one of
Rich,
them.
No, I see. You can walk in high heels.
I
just seen you.
Not to.
I've seen you plenty of times walk in high heels. You know what I'm talking about, the girls that are stumbling all over and falling and look like they're drunk.
Yeah.
Whereas this man, almost maybe about 6 foot tall.
Cleans
probably
my
about
house
in
heels.
Yeah. Cleans the house in heels and has also been out in public in heels and had really no issues. Come on, ladies, learn how to walk in them.
Right? Ridiculousness.
So if you didn't already know this, you're listening to Taboo Fetish Talk.
Ooh, sexy voice.
With Sydney Screams and Miss Whitney Morgan.
You can call us at 213-943-3601.
Kind of orgasm noise now, too. Just be an asshole. We are discussing incorporating your fetish from mild to wild into your sex life. So you were a booth bitch for someone who had a porn for bagheads.
Can we talk about that as incorporating into your into someone's fetish for a moment?
Oh, it's called bagface.com. There's no way she's listening right now. So hey man, I got a free trip out to LA for that shit, and I got to go to Erotica and meet some really hot porn stars, male and female. So
I want to know what kind of fetish it is to cover up someone's face with a bag.
She did not find it funny that me and the other sexy Latina friend that was with us promoting the booth, we wanted to put the bags on and walk around and pass out the DVDs because
that would have been fun.
I know, that's what we were saying. Like, why can't we wear them? Maybe you should pee.
I'm gonna pee. Excuse me, guys.
That's why I stopped drinking.
Soda
Stream. Soda Stream sounds like a fetish.
It does.
It does. It really does.
I like what you think of that, though.
Wait, I think I found an orgasm loop to play. Oh, no, I didn't mean to download that. Damn you, technology. Oh, that's horrible. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you just had to hear that. That was absolutely horrific. So, like I said, this evening we are discussing incorporating your fetish into the bedroom. We haven't had any lifestylers call in that have the completely vanilla relationship in the bedroom because they get all their BDSM and fetish frustration out in the dungeons. I'm quite surprised about that. That's an interesting aspect I find where you have completely separate play partners where your BDSM play partner is nowhere near a sexual relationship. I know a lot of submissive ladies have some daddy types for that as well. And then it's also, I think, is a huge trust issue and something that really you have to have a good, stable relationship, it's a vanilla relationship, that vanilla individual has to know and understand that your BDSM relationship is completely unrelated to sex and not sexually, in order to allow your partner to go to play parties or go to a dungeon and incorporate these acts. So we have Zoli Girls has also joined our chat. He's having a huge end of the world party tomorrow. I'm still Holly means I can't wait for all the fun, silly, crazy shit to start flowing in on the internet, because the internet is nothing but cat porn and end of the world memes right now. And Grumpy Cat. Grumpy Cat actually has his own card line out right now.
Do you have a Grumpy Cat fetish? Is that what's going on here?
I kind of do now. It's not like a sexual fetish. It's more like an interesting, like,
fascination?
Yeah. It's kind of like where I covet the cuteness of the Grumpy Cat.
The grumpy cat is so cute.
I want one. Professor, frown for us. It's not working.
Aw. Poor
Zoe,
Professor.
Zoe, I'm curious. I know you shoot pantyhose fetish. I know that once in a while maybe the missus will put on some sexy pair of pantyhose, but are you ever able to incorporate it in your sex life? And I know with having kids and a family life too, that's got to be difficult.
Definitely.
At least with our family life, we have furry little children.
Furry children who cuddle us.
The professor is soaking wet.
Well, that's because he's a bad cat.
I know. How many times did you get sprayed today? How I talk to children. Oh, we do have a caller.
Yay! Hi, Iris.
Hi, Lee. Oh, it's not letting me do it. There we go.
Aww.
Caller 350 since it's dyslexia. Caller 352, you're live on Taboo Fetish Talk.
Ladies, it's Oli again.
I thought so. Woohoo!
Top of the evening. How's everyone doing tonight?
So
how are you?
I am so excited. Hopefully this shit will end tomorrow. It's
what?
Amazing.
What?
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Don't try to eat each other's faces off.
Oh my God, it's already happening. Why not now? You know. Hey, I got a fucked up story for you guys. You ready for this one?
Carry on.
All right, let's see how many people have the same incident. I've been shooting for years. You guys all know that. We go through all the model releases, the ID checks, all that other crap. Okay. Met this girl, 19 years old. Shot her, model release signed, photo ID, everything. The whole shoot was videotaped. It was the whole 9 yards. About, I would say, three to 4 days after the shoot, she gives me a phone call and says, "You know what? I really don't want to be on your website. I think it's really smutty."
Yours?
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what's the catch? Okay, let me just go along with it, right? So next thing you know, I get a Facebook message from this woman that I have no idea who she is, and she's like, "You fucking bastard, take my daughter off your nasty, filthy website." So I'm like, holy shit, okay. So it turns out, well, you remember I told you I have a full-time job besides this, right? Turns out that the mom works in the same place as I work at. Yeah. We're not gonna mention where I work or anything, but it turns out that she works for the same corporation that I do. So now I'm like, okay, well, she's gonna be a real bitch about it. But so I talked to the daughter, and the daughter's like, nah, she's just totally out of her mind. Don't even worry about it. It's she's overprotective. I'm like, honey, you're 19 years old. What the fuck? She's like, well, it's my mom, blah, 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 so on and so on. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? She's like, nah, keep the pictures. Everything's fine. No problems. Well, a couple more days go by, and I get a text message, and, hey, can you take those pictures down? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me now? I said, well, I'm not just going to take the pictures down. I said, you're going to have to buy these pictures back. I said, I'm going to be a nice guy, and I'm just going to charge you for what I paid you for the shoot. I said, I got a lot of time invested in this, promoting and everything else. I says, well, then she turns around, she goes, well, can I just pay you like $40 and you just get rid of them? Have you guys ever heard of anything like this before?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
You've heard it plenty of times where the girls, actually, I shot with a model probably about a year ago. Did not have transportation. I picked her up, and on the way to the shoot, she was mentioning that she didn't really read the casting call, and immediately there I was thinking, okay, well, this could be a little bit fishy. She didn't really know what she was getting into. It was a very tame shoot. It wasn't a big deal. There was no nudity even in it. Some light bondage and tickling and stuff, and we went through the shoot. She was fine during the entire shoot. Late placement. And at the end of the shoot, signs the releases, takes the money. I drop her off, and she said, I regret doing this. I'm going to talk to the photographer, and I'm going to have him take all this stuff down. I'm thinking at the same time, I was like, he paid both of us for the shoot. So not only if you are able to buy the stuff back, you'd have to pay my modeling fee then too.
Right.
But I mean, if you want to be a nice guy about it, you're cutting her a deal by just her paying the rate that you paid her, or having her pay you the rate back. Yeah, you already took all the pictures, you edited the pictures, you put the pictures up, you took all this time, invested all this time in it. She signed the release. She knew what she was getting into. You didn't put a gun to her head.
Right.
You see it more often that, the young girls are 18, 19 years old trying to make an extra buck and really not thinking ahead of what they're getting into, who might see these. It's on the Internet. It's on there forever.
Exactly.
It's already been promoted. There's people that have probably right-clicked and saved the shot anyways.
Well, I try to explain that to her anyway. So we go on, and I say, all right, let's meet up Sunday. I said I'll have my paperwork all written up. I call my attorney. He writes up a letter, to get her out of the contract, the whole 9 yards. So now that cost me an extra couple of bucks. I get that notarized. That's an extra $5. No big deal. I get her the paperwork. She comes and meets me with her father. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is going to be a pain in the ass. We sign the paperwork. She gives me my money, and we go our separate ways. I said, look, don't ever contact me again. We're done. Appreciate it. Have a nice life. Monday morning, I get called down to Human Resources at work.
Oh,
so somebody sent an anonymous letter stating that I run a porn site. That's how my Monday started. I was like, you got to be shitting me, man. I said, out of all the sites in the world, mine is the porn site. I'm like, how did I get so lucky? So after since '99, this was the second time I actually ever had to sell a model release back, and one of them was because the girl ended up wanting to become a sheriff's deputy, and that was a whole different story. But this was just completely nuts. So I'll probably end up having a lot of time on my hands starting next week after the holidays, and we'll be doing a lot more shoots, that's for sure. So, yeah.
Is work okay with this, or are they?
Well, they really can't do anything about it because it's not conflict of interest. Okay, and it's not something that. But they try to pull the whole thing. Well, all these girls look young. I said, listen, fuck you people. I said, what do you want me to tell you? I said, I'm sitting here with the directors and the HR director and all these big wigs and everything. I'm like, look, and the guy's looking at it and he's like, well, isn't that your car in the picture? I'm like, yeah, it is my car, and if I had a plane, that would probably be in there too. But since I don't have a plane, my car's in there. But it's a big deal. Well, you park your car right in the parking lot there, and everybody could see it. I'm like, nobody fucking knows about this. Nobody knew about it until now. And now it's all over. It's all over the workplace. Of course, everybody knows, and I'm getting a lot of strange looks now. I'm getting a lot of smirks from some of the finer people that work there. But other than that, it's just a gigantual pain in the ass, is what it is. And we were talking about this last week, as a matter of fact, on what happens when people find out what you do. Yep. How fast the tables turn, and it just happened to have come across that way for me this week.
Find out who your friends are and who's really going to back you.
Well, the whole thing is that I contacted my attorney, and he was like, "There's absolutely nothing they could do if they do end up letting you go for that particular reason." He says they're gonna pay you a lot of money because they can't do that. There's nothing. We have an ethics and compliance thing at that workplace. And there's nothing in it that says that, you can't do this or you can't do that. I said, 3/4 of the people that work there, I said, I bet you they strip on the weekends. And you wouldn't, and these are all professionals. I said, and you wouldn't know, coming Monday what they did, over the weekend. They're like, well, yeah, but you know what, this is a pornography. I said, dude, have you ever seen my site? He goes, well, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I says, well, if you look at my site, it's one of the, I don't know. That's the one thing. Everything's pornography. You show a boob, it's pornography.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line.
But they don't know that. They don't understand that. They don't want to see that. It's just the way that everybody's so freaked up these days. It's ridiculous. But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Damn it.
Sorry.
Hey, no, that's all right. I just figured I'd give you guys a story while, before you guys go off the air. And let you know how my week went.
Hang in there. We got your back.
I know. It's all good. So we sold it back. It's done, over with. And, hopefully I won't hear more crap from him. And if I do, we'll find out after the holidays, because nobody wants to let anybody go right before Christmas.
I wish
that's a good thing.
I wish there was more of that going around, because I know recently here in Orlando, one of our major radio stations let several of their radio hosts go. And
wow.
It was 2 weeks ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
you ladies are all set for the Christmas week, or you guys doing anything special? What's going on?
My family has decided that dinner is at 3 p.m.
That's not.
Oh, that's perfect.
I was like,
4 o'clock, everybody get the hell out.
No, be like, let's play Scrabble.
Oh, Lord. Well, good luck with that.
Thanks.
Well, listen, you guys have a wonderful Christmas and a Happy New Year. If I don't talk to you guys next week, if you guys don't, I'll give you a holler.
And
give you an update,
And tomorrow we're not going to have a Happy Christmas.
Nah. You don't think so?
But I just bought a soda stream. The world has to last longer.
I just maxed out all my credit cards. I'm like, I hope it ends tomorrow. I said, damn it, man.
Oh, my.
Oh.
But anyway, have a wonderful holiday.
You too. Thank you, Zoe.
And no problem. Love you guys.
Love you
Have
too.
a great night.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. That was Zoli of ZoliGirls.com, and that was me burping in the middle of that.
I didn't even really hear it. Try harder. Nice.
Oh, that wasn't that great.
Wait, shouldn't there be a big orgy going on since the world is ending? Cream pies and all! God, I love Twitter.
I was going to have an end of the world orgy, but since I got booked for work, all weekend, I'm not having an orgy. So, instead I'll just have lots of sex on Saturday.
And get paid for it.
Fuck yeah.
That's even better. Wait, I get paid to do something I want to do anyways? Cool!
Oh my God, and I totally begged Plumper Pass to give me a really sexy black man for Saturday.
Is that what you're getting?
I hope so. I don't know who I'm shooting with, but Saturday I was like, please, can I have a sexy black man? But don't give him a Coke can dick. That was my terms and conditions of shooting.
Oh, my God.
Oh, dear. I'm scared of big fat dicks. They're scary.
The vagina can only handle so much.
I have a small vagina, and it's I don't want someone ruining it. I'm in the prime of my life. I need an excellent A-class vagina for at least 5 more years.
Wait. So your 30 days are done?
Yeah.
Nothing in your vagina.
It's been over a month.
I was just trying to be funny. Never mind.
I'm sorry. I lost that.
Never mind.
But, yeah. What are you doing this weekend, Whitney? Assuming the world doesn't end.
I haven't really figured it out. I do have a custom to film.
Ooh.
Kind of interesting. I'm going around looking in the house, sifting through roommate's shit, and then I find her naughty toy box. Naughty box, and then I start playing with her naughty stuff. I open it up, and I find handcuffs, and actually the handcuffs should arrive today. Hopefully when I get home, they're on the doorstep. Because, surprisingly, I don't own handcuffs in my life.
I don't either.
I prefer rope. It's not as painful. I can't type and talk at the same time. I'm blonde.
It's okay. I forgive you.
So I give myself a little self-bondage, and I gag myself, and I sift around with all her naughty stuff. And I self-bind myself with 2 sets of handcuffs in a hog tie kind of position, and then she comes in and she finds me, I can't move. I toss the keys too far away. I can't reach them. And then she gets to tickle my feet with all types of different inanimate objects, including a lot of vibrating dildos on my feet. So I feel like there's going to be some humiliation with phallic-shaped toys in between my feet, too.
Oh, my. Who's the lucky lady that gets to tickle you?
She goes by 2 names. I'm going to go with her fetishy name, because the whole double name thing kind of confuses the shit out of me. If you're going to model under one name, people are going to find you anyway. She goes by Loriana Dupree for her naughty stuff.
Okay. My cat just made the cutest noise.
Oh, apparently if Zoli gets canned from his job, he's going to wear pantyhose and heels and clean your house.
My house or your house? Both of our houses. Please say both. Both. Yes, please. Yes.
And is it just pantyhose? Because that would be kind of awesome.
Yes.
Pantyhose and nipple clamps.
Tuck your man junk into your pantyhose. That'll be hot.
Call it Ace Ventura. Remember in the first one where, I forget who the bad guy character is, but she tucks her junk. Both!
Yay! Woohoo!
Oh, the applause button. No, what do you mean? Oh, because I renamed it applause, and I was going to try and upload it at the same time, but I didn't turn anything up. So what should we do next week? What is the 27th? Right?
Yes. I don't know. I mean,
go faster.
If the world ends tomorrow, first off, how do you think we're going to die tomorrow?
Well, it's supposed to be a total blackout because all the planets are supposed to align. It's supposed to be a total blackout and black out the sun. So it's kind of basically what happened to the dinosaurs, I'm thinking, right?
Interesting. But you figure if that happens, it can't happen for more than an hour, and it's going to take more than an hour for the world to end. I'm sorry. Unless it suddenly just goes kaboom.
Maybe it's another Big Bang.
Maybe. Personally, I'm hoping that we all become zombies. Like, we just wake up and we're zombies. I don't want to have to go through the transition of becoming a zombie, and I don't really want to watch all my friends become zombies. I would like to just wake up that way. Because I don't want to get bitten.
No?
I mean, I'm into getting bitten,
well, if you watch
but not, like, having my flesh torn off me.
Now, in Walking Dead, if you get bitten somewhere and then you cut that body part off, you don't get it, though.
Like, I wouldn't want that either.
You want to have a stump?
No.
Billy brought up a good point. It's already tomorrow in Australia.
That's very true.
Do we have any Aussies listening, or are they all gone now?
Australia, are you still with us?
No, see, it's perfect because they're on their own little evil island there, so they're away from everybody else. So, yeah.
But what about, like, transcontinental flights?
Maybe they stopped all of them because of the apocalypse. You know what I think we should do tomorrow? We should just do, like, I'll do the crazy zombie makeup on us, and we can run out in the streets and just start chasing the shit out of people.
Can you come to my work like that?
Kind of want to.
Oh, my God. I have proof of this plan.
I'm going to get shot. I'm going to be like, ah!
Nobody in my office has a gun.
Somebody in the streets might. They're going to see me getting on. They're going to see me driving a car, flip out.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, no, because that one time you drove a car dressed as a zombie.
That was pretty entertaining.
And nobody even paid attention.
Nobody paid any attention to me. And I tried. Damn it, I tried.
I know. I remember.
I just wanted to be an asshole.
Oh, dear. Hi, Kenny.
Kenny C's logging in late. Kenny, we're almost off the air.
Kenny, you're late. What's up with that?
Maybe our next week's show would be how you survived the apocalypse.
Ooh.
Or how you survived a hardship incorporating your fetish lifestyle.
That could be good, too. You know what we haven't done in a while?
Feet.
Yeah. Also, have we done a ball busting show?
We haven't, and actually, Marty's actually, Marty of Suburban Sensation is available on the 27th.
Oh, my.
See if Mr. Slave Andy's hanging around and available.
That would be cool, too.
And if Wix is free, we could have a live on-air ball busting.
Oh, my God!
I really need to figure out where that's from because it's driving me crazy.
I vote just Google it.
Yay for Google.
Google is the shit. There is mango energy drink for my soda stream.
What makes it so energetic?
I don't know. They have flavors that are supposed to taste like Red Bull and stuff. I don't know what Red Bull tastes like. I've never had it.
Wait, which one's supposed to taste like Red Bull?
I don't know, but they have a flavor that's supposed to taste like it. This is only 12 flavors. They have like hundreds of flavors.
And then you can combine them. Anybody else out there have a soda stream?
Moxie does. That's why I got this, because I tried hers and I was like, holy moly.
Holy moly.
They have let's look it up, because SodaStream is like my new favorite obsession in the world. What about hysterics? We should talk about that next week.
Hysteria?
Yeah.
I'm game with that.
I mean, I don't really know much about it, but I know you did I
haven't done it yet.
You did some research.
It was actually Mr. Will of WNJ Media was being a smartass and telling me, he's like, hey, you know about hysteria, right? And I was like, well, kind of. In the early 1900s, women would be diagnosed with hysteria by their doctors basically chronic masturbation. It's sexual arousal and you weren't getting satisfied. A lot of girls with depression, maybe lack of sex. Boy, compared to Red Bull, I just drink it straight out of the bottle. They would go into their doctor, and their doctor would masturbate them to, quote unquote, cure them of their hysteria.
Is it masturbate them if someone else does it for you, or is that just foreplay?
Basically, it's foreplay, but the way they were putting it is that they needed to have an orgasm to get over their disorder. So I thought it would be interesting to do a kind of a 1920s feel to it, where you have a doctor, regular doctors coming in, and then you end up tying the girl down and doing forced masturbation, forced orgasm on her.
Oh, pomegranate.
I have hysteria too.
Pomegranate peach tea.
Ooh.
Sounds yummy. Oh. I don't know who you are, T.L. Walker, but maybe I know who you are. I don't know. Do I know who you are?
I don't know.
I feel like I might. But anyway, I always need someone to masturbate me. Always. Because I don't have enough sex toys, really. I don't.
There's no such thing.
Oh my god, I have way too many. But does that mean I have hysteria because I have a lot of sex toys?
Wikipedia, here we come.
I mean, I feel like this is a valid question.
Well, the hysterectomy was the first thing. No, I don't want to click on that.
I don't want a hysterectomy. I like my vagina.
Unmanageable emotional excess. People who are hysterical often lose self-control to an overwhelming fear that may be causing multiple deaths in one's past, may involve severe conflict, may be centered on a body part most commonly, an imagined body part. For at least 2,000 years of European history into the late 19th century, hysteria referred to a medical condition. Scared me.
Right?
A medical condition thought to be particular to women cause disturbance of the uterus. Hysteria actually converts to the Greek word for uterus. Did you know that?
Interesting. Well, we're almost out of time. I appreciate our hysteria lesson here. But our show is over in, apparently a minute. So, Taboo Fetish. We appreciate you listening, and we hope you'll listen to us every week. And remember that if you want to keep us on air, that you should either buy ad space or donate to the Taboo Fetish Talk radio show donation bin. We need a donation bin.
We do need a donation bin.
That way people can donate.
Not free, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it costs us money to run this. So we would appreciate any money that you throw our way.
Or if you want to advertise on the show as well, email us at taboofetishtalk@gmail.com, or with any questions, comments, tips, etc., etc.
Exactly. If you want to host your own show, let us know. We would love to have you. We really appreciate you listening in tonight, even those of you who came in like 5. And we'll talk to you next week, maybe, possibly. Love you. Taboo Fetish Talk rocks. Yay, boobies. Yay. Okay. And we're done.
Hi, hi, hi. Do you know who this